Hey, welcome back. We are in the middle of summer, and that can only mean one thing: movies! Yes! I like movies, as you probably know. And summertime is when a lot of movies come out, the summer blockbusters, as it were. And you have these movies come out, and sometimes you look at a trailer or you find out about it and you go, I might watch that. Or, ooh, I can't wait to see that. But there are some movies where you just go, I'm not going to watch that. And then there are others where you just go, oh, hell no, I refuse to watch that movie. And that's what I'm going to talk about here today. So this is my top 10 movies I refuse to watch. For whatever reason, I just come across the movie and it's like, oh no, I am not watching you. So let's do this. Number 10, and before we get into it, yes, I'm probably going to talk about some movies that I talked about before, and I'll try to keep those a little bit shorter than some of the newer ones in this list. Speaking of, number 10 is Ghostbusters 2016. Now, I've talked about this movie a couple of times. Short and simple. I did not like the trailer. Thought it was pretty bad, but I was on the fence about seeing it. But then once Tony and a bunch of other people were just attacking everyone who dared to critique anything about the movie, even when they said, yeah, it doesn't look good, as sexist, I was like, no, screw you, I'm not watching this movie at that point. I refuse to reward you attacking and belittling anyone who dares to criticize you. So that's it for that. Number 9 is Westerns. Yeah, I'm not a fan of Western movies. Mainly because I've seen clips and they just look stupid. And some of the actors that I've seen it, yeah, Clint Eastwood is just basically Clint Eastwood in these movies that I've seen clips of. And as far as the genre goes, I can really only think of 3 Westerns that I've actually seen and liked. And 2 of them are comedies. Yeah, it's Maverick, a comedy. The Cherokee Kid, which is a comedy, which was only shown on HBO, as far as I'm aware of. And Tombstone. I gotta admit, I like Tombstone. But most other Westerns, for the most part, I'm not interested in watching that genre. It's just me. Right? Number 8. I'm getting ahead of myself. Number 8 is The Hunger Games. Now, I have nothing against The Hunger Games. It's just that I already know this story for the most part, and I already read this story. It was called Battle Royale, and I read the manga. That was awesome. And for those who don't know, the story is that, from what I've heard, and it's pretty much been confirmed, that the author of The Hunger Games was inspired by Battle Royale, which was a novel in Japan, became a manga and a movie, a live-action movie. So I already have the manga, and so I'm just going to read that. Besides, from what I've seen, The Hunger Games is a PG-13 movie. Why would I want a PG-13 version of it when I have basically an NC-17 version of it right here called Battle Royale manga? By the way, kick-ass manga, go read it. So yeah, I have nothing really bad to say about the movie, but they're just not for me. So what can I say about that? Number 7 now is The Blair Witch Project. Now, some of you are probably going to say, oh, are you scared? No, I'm not scared. It's not because the movies are scary. It's because I don't want to puke when I'm watching the movie. Quick story about this. I remember this movie came out in 1999. Some buddies went to go see it. Some of my relatives went to go see it. When a couple of my cousins, they came to me after they saw the movie and they said that they had to leave the theater. And not because they thought the movie was scary or anything like that, but because they thought they were going to get motion sick from all the freaking camera shaking. And so, yeah, I'm not going to want to go see a movie that I'm going to puke at. And speaking of, in this same category, because it's a found footage, ditto for the Paranormal Activities movies. Now, again, people say, oh, are you scared? No, I'm not scared. And so, I remember when this movie came out, some of my coworkers went to go see it, and some people said, oh, it was so great, it was so suspenseful, so scary. Some people said, oh, that movie sucked. But they all said the exact same thing, which is, you're waiting, the movie's about an hour and a half, you're waiting an hour and 15 minutes for something, anything to happen in this series, in this movie. So I'm not going to want to see a movie, I'm going to fall asleep. That's just me. I'd probably fall asleep and find the movie extremely boring. So, yeah, I wouldn't really be a fan of those found footage types of movies back from the Blair Witch Project all through the renaissance, I guess, of found footage, which is Paranormal Activities. So I'm just putting it all in the same sort of category. I'm not really interested in these found footage movies. Some of them just seem boring as hell. So yeah, not watching them. Number 6 is the Harry Potter sequels. I talked about this plenty of times before, so I'll be brief. Disappointed with the first movie, and I didn't want to be disappointed again with the other movies, so I thought, you know what? Not watching the other ones. I refused to watch the other ones and set myself up for disappointment. Some of my relatives have seen it. A few of my cousins have said, oh, the 5th one is good, and the 7th movie is good. That's all they can say. It's like, yeah, just those 2 movies out of 8 now. And 9 if you include Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them. But, yeah, they've only said, yeah, the 5th movie is pretty good. But the 7th movie is good. And that's all, really? No. So I'm not going to watch them. That's just me. So stay tuned for part 2 of my list. I'm going to be going to the top 5 movies and movie series I refuse to watch. So until then, later.